Hey everyone, and welcome to our channel. Today's video is about how we installed an all-steel farm gate on our property.
And so the system that we used was just two of the 2.5 meter EzyPipe Strainer Posts, along with two standard farm gates, which were 2.4 meters wide each. And both of these components can be found at most farmware stores throughout Australia.
To make the project easier to follow, we'll split the video up into 5 parts.
In the first part, you'll see how we measured and dug the holes for the gate posts.
In the second part, you'll see how we mixed the concrete for the gate post footings.
In the third part, you'll see how the gate posts were placed in the concrete and also how they were leveled to ensure that the gate opens in the right direction.
In the fourth part, you'll see how both the top and the bottom hinges are assembled and how the gate was hung.
And part 5 will include a quick summary of how much a setup like this can cost.
Now let's get started.
So farm gates over here. These are just your standard Bunnings gates, and behind them you'll see a couple of timber poles, but we had to think about all the fires that have been through the area recently and decided not to use timber just in case the whole thing burns down when there's a set of fires. So we've got these EzyPipe posts that we picked up from the local farmware supplier. And so these posts just go straight into the ground like so. So let's do a quick little snippet of how we do the actual digging of the holes. So we are lucky in this area that the soil is relatively soft. So basically all that we used was a post hole digging shovel, and that's now going almost a meter into the ground. That's the basic gist of it. Just using the weight of the shovel, sink it into the ground, and then you can just pinch the dirt that it picks up at the bottom and pull it out. And we have a hole. So the way we made sure that the gate posts are evenly raised off the ground is really we just eyeballed it from a distance, because even though if we measure with a tape measure from the ground up, this level of the ground might be lower and this might be higher, so that gave us an incorrect reading. So we thought we'd just double check by having a look at it from a distance just to make sure that it looks nice from afar. And so we've got that level all set now. And we're about to start mixing the concrete. So with mixing the concrete, I also watched some YouTube videos about this, and the easiest way that I've seen is to, instead of using another container or a wheelbarrow, just to pour the concrete mix straight into the hole, top that up with water, and to mix the concrete in the hole that the posts will be going into. And we've got the posts in their holes, the height's looking good, they're spaced out evenly. And we've got the gates just on the ground to see the gap in between the gates and how they'll line up with the hinges. So let's take a look. So from afar, this is what the setup looks like. We've got about almost 10 centimeters width in between the two gates for when they come together. And we've lined the hinges up with the bottoms of the posts, like so. And so we've measured the distance now from the midpoint of each hinge, and we've got 4.87 meters. So once the gates are in the ground with the concrete in, we'll have to make sure that 4.87 meters remains between them the whole time. consistency all the way down. Cool. So if you can see that bubble there, what we want is for the gate to open up. Once we unhook the latch, we kind of want the gate to swing open. So we're going to have it leaning this way a little bit and towards you. So maybe something like that. Just a little bit. Everything else should ideally be straight. Cool. So we're back now. It's been about 5 days since we cast these posts in, and we're ready to install the gate. We'll put the gate up on these posts and we'll just hook this bracket along the posts and have the gates up and ready to go. So I'll just do a quick little demo of how these brackets go on. So it's a super simple design where the two pieces come together like so, and we have this one that the gate pivots around, go here, and that just goes around the post like so, and a couple of bolts go through, one through here, one through here, and Bob's your uncle. So these are the brackets that we're using. So they start out with these two pieces here that go around the gate, and they clamp together at the front. Then the hinge kind of comes in like so, and it is a little bit fiddly to get it together in the beginning. So the hinge comes together like this, and basically sits around the post, if you can see that. And then with the bolts, the longer one goes on the wider bit, kind of secures the hinge around the gate, and the shorter bolt comes in here at the front and through the little hole. And that's basically how the system works. So this will sit on the bottom of the post, and the gate pretty much just sits on this hinge like so. So this is the main support for the post, I guess, and the top one just holds it in place. And the other cool thing is that if you unscrew this, just come closer a bit, you can see it, you can adjust the gate a little bit if it sags over time. There's a little nut underneath there that you can use. So another thing to mention is the distance from our gate to the road, which we made about 20 meters long to account for if a truck comes to our property and the gate is locked, so that they're not sticking out onto the road. Okay, we've got the last piece of this gate puzzle going on, and that's the little latch. It kind of comes together to hold the gate. Boom, first attempt.
Then once we tighten it, so the gate is up and ready to go.
So we've got the gate locked. Look at that. Can't get through. Very, very safe. Doesn't matter that you can walk all around it. We've got a farm gate now. So we designed this gate with the posts leading back towards me a little bit, so that when we open it, it'll hopefully swing open, partly with a little push, partly by itself. But the main thing is that they hopefully shouldn't close back up when the cars are here passing through. So let's see if our little design idea works. And with a little push, the gate should open very easily. Not bad at all. And now, as a quick summary of how much a project like this can cost, we had 2 of the EzyPipe Strainer Posts, which cost about $260 for the pair. And then we had 2 2.4 meter wide farm gates, which cost about $100 each, which amounts to an estimated cost of $200 for the pair. And we also used 8 bags of concrete mix, which cost us around $60 for the 8 bags. And this brings the total of this project to about $520. Here we are, with our farm gate complete. The place already feels so much more like home. And if you like the content in today's video, please like, comment, or subscribe to our channel if you'd like to see updates about future content posted by us.